Madison Square Garden is more than just an arena. It's a living legend, a place where history is written and dreams are realized under the brightest lights in sports and entertainment. When the UFC comes to New York City, the energy inside MSG is absolutely electric. The roar of the crowd, the anticipation in the air, and the sense that anything can happen make every moment feel monumental. For fighters, winning at Madison Square Garden means more than just a victory. It means their name is forever etched in the annals of combat sports history, joining a legacy of greatness. On November 16, 2025, UFC 322 continued this storied tradition, bringing together the best fighters in the world for a night that would not soon be forgotten. The event delivered unforgettable fights, jaw-dropping knockouts, and moments of pure heart and determination that will be talked about for years to come. From the days of Muhammad Ali's legendary bouts to the rise of the UFC's brightest stars, the spirit of greatness and competition lives on in this iconic building. Every fighter who steps into the octagon at MSG feels the weight of history on their shoulders. They know they're walking the same path as legends, and they rise to the occasion, fueled by the energy of the crowd and the significance of the moment. The pressure is immense, the stakes are sky-high, but for those who succeed, the reward is a dream realized and a place among the sport's immortals. UFC 322's card was stacked from start to finish, featuring world-class athletes and thrilling matchups, with fans from every corner of the globe coming together to witness history in the making. The combination of a legendary venue, a passionate and diverse crowd, and elite fighters created a perfect storm for action, drama, and unforgettable memories. Champions made history, contenders rose to the challenge, and new stars were born on this grand stage, each leaving their mark on the world's most famous arena. The stories and rivalries that emerged from UFC 322 will shape the future of the sport, inspiring the next generation of fighters and fans alike. It was a true celebration of skill, heart, and the indomitable warrior spirit that defines mixed martial arts at its very best. When the UFC comes to New York, it's more than just a fight night. It's a global event that unites people from all walks of life in the heart of the city that never sleeps. Once again, Madison Square Garden proved why it's the world's most famous arena, a place where legends are born, memories are made, and the magic never fades. Islam Makhachev arrived at UFC 322 aiming for greatness. Already the lightweight champion, he moved up to challenge Jack Della Maddalena for the welterweight title. Chasing two-division glory, Islam entered the octagon with supreme confidence. From the opening bell, he dominated with relentless wrestling and powerful leg kicks. His control on the ground left Jack with no answers. Islam's flawless performance made history. He became the 11th fighter to hold UFC titles in two divisions. This win tied Anderson Silva's record for the longest UFC win streak at 16. With 4 lightweight title defenses and now a welterweight crown, Islam's legacy is undeniable. He proved his skills translate to any weight class, dominating a dangerous opponent. The MMA world now wonders, what's next for the new two-division king? Islam Makhachev stands alone at the top. When Islam Makhachev stepped into the welterweight division, he looked like a completely transformed fighter. The move up in weight wasn't just about adding pounds. It was about unlocking his full potential and showing the world what he could really do when not drained by brutal weight cuts. No longer forced to deplete himself, Islam entered the octagon at full strength, healthier and more powerful than ever before. The difference was obvious. He looked fresher, more explosive, and ready to go the distance. The extra weight translated into even more explosive takedowns and a level of top control that left his opponents helpless. His wrestling, already elite, became nearly impossible to counter. At 170, his durability and cardio were on full display. Even deep into the championship rounds, he never slowed down, maintaining relentless pressure and outworking his rivals. With proper hydration and nutrition, Islam was able to fuel a relentless pace, pushing the tempo from the opening bell to the final horn. His team's focus on recovery and diet paid off in every exchange. At lightweight, some opponents could scramble free, but at welterweight, Islam's control was absolute. He pinned down world-class fighters and made escape look impossible. He absorbed strikes with ease, his improved frame allowing him to shrug off shots that might have troubled him before. He never appeared threatened, always composed and in control. The added muscle made him a true physical force in the division, giving him the strength to overpower even the biggest welterweights. His performance sent a clear message to the entire division. There's a new king at 170 pounds, and he's operating at his absolute peak. Islam's world-class skills, combined with his natural size and strength, make him a nightmare matchup for anyone in the welterweight ranks. UFC 322 revealed the best version of Makhachev yet. Dominant, confident, and seemingly unstoppable. Welterweight isn't just a new division for Islam, it's his true home, where his skills and physicality shine brightest. Now, he stands as the man to beat at 170 pounds, and the rest of the division has been put on notice. With 2 belts, Islam Makhachev's future is wide open. Will he defend at welterweight, where he looks unstoppable, or return to lightweight for one last defense? Top contenders like Shavkat Rakhmonov and Belal Muhammad await at 170. At 155, a rematch with Arman Tsarukyan could close that chapter. Every fight from here is a major event, and Islam can choose his path. He's in his prime, holding all the cards. The MMA world is watching, eager for his next move. The king's journey is far from over. Valentina Shevchenko once again proved her greatness in her flyweight title defense against Zhang Weili. In front of a roaring Madison Square Garden crowd, Shevchenko entered the octagon with the confidence of a true champion, ready to face one of her toughest challengers yet. Facing a former strawweight champ, Valentina executed a flawless strategy. Shevchenko's composure during the intense pre-fight stare-down set the tone for what was to come, showing she was unfazed by the pressure or the spotlight. She used her size and grappling to control the fight, neutralizing Weili's power. Every time Weili tried to explode with her signature striking, Valentina was a step ahead, using her world-class clinch and wrestling to dictate the pace. 5 takedowns and over 13 minutes of control left Weili exhausted and unable to mount a fence. The relentless pressure from Shevchenko forced Weili to fight off her back foot, sapping her energy and limiting her options. Valentina's body shots drained Weili's energy and limited her striking. Each punch to the body was calculated, wearing down the challenger and making it harder for her to launch any significant attacks as the rounds wore on. The champion's dominance was clear. Weili landed double-digit significant strikes in only 1 round. The judges' scorecards reflected a one-sided performance, with Shevchenko's technical mastery on full display. With this win, Valentina set new records for title defenses and title fight victories in UFC women's history. She continues to raise the bar for what it means to be a champion in mixed martial arts. At 37, she remains at the top of her game. Her dedication to training and evolving as a fighter is unmatched, proving that age is just a number when it comes to greatness. With Amanda Nunes retired, Valentina is making her case as the face of women's MMA. Shevchenko's consistency and dominance have made her a role model for the next generation of fighters, and her star power continues to grow. For Weili, it's likely a return to strawweight. Despite her loss, she remains one of the most dangerous fighters in the world, and fans will be eager to see her next move. For Valentina, her legacy only grows. Each victory cements her place among the all-time greats, and her hunger for competition shows no signs of fading. She's the queen of the flyweights. Her reign is defined by skill, intelligence, and an unbreakable will to win. And she's not done yet. With every fight, Valentina Shevchenko continues to inspire, dominate, and redefine what's possible in women's MMA. Carlos Prates delivered one of UFC 322's most shocking moments. Facing former champ Leon Edwards, Prates unleashed his power. In round 2, a perfect punch sent Edwards crashing to the canvas, his first career knockout loss. For Edwards, it's a 3rd straight defeat and a tough road ahead. For Prates, it's a career-defining win that puts him back in title contention. He's proven he can knock out anyone at 170, including former champions. After setbacks, Prates never lost faith. Now he's a serious threat in the division. His striking and power are game-changers. With this momentum, Prates is poised for another top contender bout. The welterweight division is wide open, and Prates just shook it up. One punch changed everything. The division is on notice. Michael Morales, the undefeated welterweight phenom, made a statement at UFC 322. At just 26, he faced number 2 contender Sean Brady in his toughest test yet. Morales ended it quickly, 1 clean strike, 1 first-round knockout. The division was stunned. Morales is no longer just a prospect. Now 19-0, he's a legitimate title threat. With wins over top names, His power and confidence are undeniable. Morales is climbing fast, closing in on a title shot. The welterweight future is bright, and Morales is at the center of it. Fans can't wait for his next fight. The road to the belt just got a lot more interesting. Beyond the title fights, UFC 322 delivered breakout performances. French lightweight Benoit Saint-Denis stunned Benil Dariush with a first-round knockout, his third straight stoppage. Bo Nickel rebounded from his first loss, knocking out Rodolfo Vieira with a head kick in round 3, showing he's more than just a wrestler. In women's flyweight, Erin Blanchfield submitted Tracy Cortez in round 2, proving she's a top contender at just 26. These rising stars showed the depth of UFC talent. St. Denis, Nickel, and Blanchfield all took big steps toward title contention. Their finishes electrified the crowd and added to the night's magic. Even outside the main events, UFC 322 was packed with action. The future of the sport is in good hands. These fighters are ready for bigger challenges. UFC 322 was a showcase for the next generation. UFC 322 at Madison Square Garden changed the sport's landscape. Islam Makhachev's two-division dominance and Valentina Shevchenko's continued reign set new standards. The welterweight division was shaken by knockouts from Prates and Morales. New contenders emerged, and no one at the top is safe. For some, it was legacy. For others, a breakthrough. Every result will ripple through future matchups and storylines. UFC 322 was more than an event. It was a turning point. The magic of MSG delivered unforgettable action. The UFC's future has never looked brighter. This night will be remembered for years to come.